All right, welcome back to the update. And this is a shocking revelation from one of the four founding fathers of this grant ecosystem. He said a lot of things and a lot of key points. And towards disbursement and other NGOs, the factors and that plays out that resulted to misappropriation and a lot of things were said. I want you to listen, read in between the line, take your pen and paper, probably write things down so that you understand the full details or the full information in this particular VN. Subscribe to the update and most importantly, share this piece of information so that people can be aware. Let us join us in this fight. Let us have one voice, one mind towards disbursement, whether they like it or not. We must get this money.
From the way Bode David has come and expressed himself, even the dumb will know really that he had an issue with me. While I have just been very free to everybody. Dr. Bode David, if you have an issue with me, won't you just call me and clear your issue? Responding to my V-note as if I have collected your wife. Just go and play your V-note and listen to it again. If you are responding to my V-note, you are not the only person who responded to my V-note. HODEF CEO has responded to my V-note. The secretary of Theobarth Global Foundation, as directed by the CEO, has equally responded to my V-note. Go and compare your V-note together with their own responses and see whether you can juxtapose between the three of them. HODEF's response to my V-note was civil. The secretary's response to my V-note was civil, but yours was militant. Yours was militant. Dr. Bode David, is there anything I am dragging with you? Are you aware of anything I am dragging with you? There was a time you said, and I heard it, when you said that I used to make it a duty that anytime anybody wants to see Apostle, that I always want that person to pass through me. I heard of it. But Dr. Bode David, what is your problem? What is your problem? Am I your mate? I am not your mate in any way, for your information. I am going to point out your errors in your V-note and your vituperative tendencies in what you express, your uncultured attitude. I am trying to choose my words in the way I talk because I have already talked to the CEO of Theobarth Global Foundation. That is what is informing the choice, the cautious choice of my word. If not the way you spoke today, you know the way I reply people of such. And that is why I am very civil in the choice of my words towards you. If not, you would have gotten a reply in your coin. Dr. Bode David, what have I done to you? Look at, in your V-note, number 1, you say, I am not here to respond, to represent myself, but all the NGOs that are in Theobarth Global Foundation. Dr. Bode David, are you sure you are representing all? You are not here to represent yourself, but all the NGOs. Are you sure? When did you discuss with all the NGOs? I am equally an NGO there, and I was not inclusive. So if you say all, you have lied because I was not included. You would have said all but Reverend Dr. Bartholomew Agbochano. Then your expression would have been wholesome. You say all, you have lied. And a pastor must not lie. You have lied. It's not all. And if I am not making mistakes, it was an issue between you and Hodel alone. And you say others. Mention them. At least we have well above 500 NGOs. Before you say, or at least you would have mentioned up to 10 to 20, then you say etc. Then you now coming to say all would have been tenable. Dr. Body David, you have lied. What you said was out of your expressive mind. You just wanted to show yourself. That is number one that I would like you to understand. And again, if you are representing audience, who made you NGO's spokesperson? Who made you their representative? Would it not have been better if you said, this is my own mind. I am coming to say my own mind. The NGOs, do they have a forum? Do they have a forum? Dr. Bode David, you have lied in that aspect. Number two, you said the NGOs, they signed an MOU with Theobarth Global Foundation with legal backing. And so, if any NGO defaults, he shall find himself to blame. Who is agreeing with that? Am I agreeing with that? Am I agreeing with that? Am I saying that if NGOs default, they will not go in for it? Is that what I said? Did I say that? And apart from that, the NGOs signing an undertaking or signing an MOU, will that be a guarantee that there will not be any foul play? All the people that are holding government offices, don't they sign an allegiance? Don't they swear an oath? But yet, they abrogate it. And many oftentimes than not, when they are grilled, they play one game or the other together, and before you do it, they are released. We are in Nigeria, they happen. So, because the NGOs sign an MOU, does that mean that they won't commit offense? Are you not aware of perjury? Are you not aware that there are some people who commit perjury? So even if NGOs signed an undertaking, and I, as an elder statesman, although you have signed an undertaking, but do this thing so that the undertaking you have signed will work. Have I done a bad thing? For your information, I didn't come with a law on anybody. What I came to say was a suggestion. It was an advice I came to give Dr. Bode David. One thing that surprises me is that some of us, we hold titles and we don't defend our titles. What I came to say, I did not come and say that Theobarth sent me. Did I say so? No. And have always been saying that I, Reverend Dr. Bartholomew Agbocheno, I can play a dual function. When I'm coming up to give a voice note, I can give a voice note personally by myself. And I can give a voice note as sent by Theobarth. And anytime I am sent by Theobarth, when I come out, I make it known. I say as directed by Theobarth. Dr. Bode David, when I came up to speak yesterday, did I say that it was Theobarth that sent me? So you have lied in that area. Not only lying, you have not shown a good comprehensive ability as a doctor. If you are a doctor, you should be able to listen, to internalize an information before you come out to begin to talk on it. Dr. Bode David, you have not defended your doctorate title here, because I said something and you understood another thing entirely. And when I came up, I did not say that I was sent by Theobarth. And if I am not sent by Theobarth, I can express my own view. I can give my advice. What I said was an advice. What I said was an advice, Dr. Body David. I was saying that the cluster heads and the NGOs should work together. What is wrong there? Dr. Body David, are you aware that there are some cluster heads that don't even know their NGOs? There are some cluster heads that are in an NGO through a third party. I have their records. I have their records. I came forward and I said, let the NGOs and the cluster heads work together for the achievement of their goal. And Dr. Body David, you are coming to say that there is no need, that NGO heads are all in all, they go ahead doing what they should do, whether they carry the cluster heads along or they don't carry the cluster heads along. Good luck to you. Good luck to you, Dr. Body David. Good luck to you. I didn't come and give an order that the cluster heads should disburse to the beneficiaries. I didn't give an order. It was an advice I was given to make sure that the NGOs are safe. Because I was trying to express that the cluster heads that brought the beneficiaries will help better in making the vision of the NGOs to sail through more correctly than the NGO heads to get across to the beneficiaries directly. If you would get to the beneficiaries, what is wrong if you do that through the cluster heads? If you do that through the cluster heads, is it not better for you? I am not saying that the cluster heads are responsible to Theobarth. That is not what I am saying. But what actually I am saying is that the NGO heads that are responsible to Theobarth, and they are demanded to do the needful, they could do that needful in a better form, passing through the cluster heads that know the beneficiaries. That was what I was saying. But you, that you are a doctor, found it very, very difficult to comprehend my English. There are so many ways of bagging the doctorate award. Some can get it academically and some can get it honorary. Dr. Body David, you are trying to make me to believe that your own doctorate is honorary because your understanding is not adding up. Go and listen to my V note. I did not say in any way that the cluster heads are accountable to Theobarth. That was not what I said. Of course, I acknowledged that is the NGO heads that are accountable to Theobarth. But what I was trying to say was to try to make things easy and to make the objective realizable by the NGO heads more easily. That was what I was trying to say, Dr. Body David. And when I came up talking, I did not say that Theobarth sent me. You now coming to say that is not from Theobarth. I don't know where you got that understanding from. You have disappointed me as a doctor. Because no doctor reasons like this. When a doctor listens to an expression, he diagnoses them and he interprets them correctly. You are a doctor. I spoke a simple English and you could not comprehend it. Ogami, if we are holding titles, let us try to defend the title when the need arises. You were trying to make the people understand that I saying that they should go for opening of a subsidiary corporate account and bringing delay tactics. Ogami, when did I say that opening a subsidiary corporate account should be compulsory? Of course, I was even against it in my V note, if you listen very well, because I stated the requirements. I said, okay, for you to open this subsidiary corporate account, you need to get your CAC, you need to get your tax identification number, which may not be realizable handily. And on that note, I advise that as many as don't have that subsidiary corporate account, they should stay with the NGOs and enter into a consent letter with the NGO letterhead. Dr. Bode David, that was what I said. I didn't say people should go and begin to process opening of a subsidiary corporate account. That was not what I said. I said that those who have the subsidiary corporate account already, the NGO has, may disburse to them, let them disburse to the beneficiaries. But as many as don't have, they should stay with the NGO head. So that the idea of NGO saying that the cluster head could be dubious, or the cluster head saying that the NGO head could be dubious, will no longer be there. That was what I said, Dr. Bode David. I would like you to show some level of intelligent quotient when you are listening to a V-note. You know, when I talk, I don't mince words. All what I was trying to avoid is issues arising after the disbursement. And by what I suggested, I think that will be the best way to go about it. But Dr. Bode David, if you want to bypass the cluster head and go and disburse to the beneficiaries, you are free to go ahead. I don't have any issue with you. Even after you have signed with Theobarth, won't you come and sit down and plan strategies to make sure that you don't fail? This that I have suggested is part of the strategy that will make you to succeed if you don't know. But if you grandstand, you can go on your own way. It's not my business. It's not my business. So Dr. Bode David, what I said was not a law, but a suggestion. And I have the right to make suggestion. I have the right to make my suggestion. What you need to do is to debunk it, or you take it. You can ignore it or take it. It's an advice. And I have told you that is what I am going to do. It makes my work easier. I will draw my cluster heads close to myself. I will never be at dagger's drum with my cluster heads. None of my cluster heads is my enemy. None of my cluster heads is non-accessible. But I tell you, except you don't want to be truthful, there are some cluster heads that are at daggers drawn with their NGO heads. Take it or leave it. That is the fact. And that is what I was trying to correct. Bridging the gap between the cluster heads and the NGO heads. But if you don't like that, Dr. Bode David, if you like, go and carry a gun, a dang gun, and your cluster head carry bow and arrow, and you people will be fighting yourself. Don't agree with yourself. That one is left for you. I have cleared the air. I didn't tell you, Dr. Bode David, that it was Theobarth that sent me. And you are equally aware that Theobarth does not need to send me before I say my mind on an issue. What I was saying was to make the job of the NGO heads easy and simpler for them. But if you insist that is not correct, you are free to go the way you want to go, not to come and lie on my head. I didn't tell you that it was Theobarth that sent me. And again, you were trying to say that all the NGO heads are demanding that I should come and clear the air. So it is only you that is all the NGO heads. Dr. Bode David, that is what you are trying to. That is the problem that you people enter into. When you sit down, you nurse an idea. You say the idea is for everybody. The idea is for everybody. How did you get the NGO heads? Through Zoom meeting or through physical meeting? How? Dr. Body David. For your information, I would like you to know to take caution the way you address things. And you came up and said, okay, you have talked with me and earlier. So because you talked with me earlier and I did not agree with you, that was why you came with anger and aspersion and vituperation to the public space. God has saved you, Dr. Body David, because I have spoken with our Olga before I'm addressing you this evening. If not, you know what I can do. There are ways I will release now. You will melt. You will begin to emaciate. There are ways I will release now. You will begin to emaciate. If you talk with me and I don't agree with you, what's the business? Must I agree with what you say? Must I agree with what you say? You say you talked with me and I did not agree with you. And because of that, you have to come to the social media and begin to vibrate against me. God has saved you. Do you know why? Before I came up to make this voice note, I have talked with Theo and I say because of him. I have equally talked with Arinze, who there said. I say because of him. If not, there are ways I will release now. You will begin to emaciate. If you don't know how to respect others, when you were giving your notice, okay, you are a Yoruba man, you respect others. Did you respect me from your note? Did you respect me? The way you came to talk, people who are intelligent will know really that you have come to express malice. That the malice, you have been bearing this malice for long. If I say anything concerning you, what is your business? Are you the owner of Theobarth? Are you the owner of Theobarth? And you came to the platform, you were shouting, you were vibrating. You don't know your bounds. You are protected because of Theo. If not, you know me. There are words I will release. You will begin to poo-poo. You will begin to poo-poo immediately. You know me for that. Dr. Bode David, you better be careful. Don't draw me into the ring. Don't draw me into the ring. If you have your anger, go and know where to unleash your anger, not with me, because you know you are not a match to me. You know that very well. You know that very well. And you say, if I am an elder, I should not provoke children. In what way have I provoked you, Dr. Bode David? Are you the owner of Theobarth? Are you the owner of Theobarth? In what way have I provoked you? Yes, Theobarth gave an order that NGOs should disburse to beneficiaries. So if I come given an advice to the contrary, are you the one to begin to fume? Are you the one to begin to fume? Is Theobarth not there? If you like, I can show you the text message that Theobarth sent to me. It was so mild and was so civil. He was calling me sir. Theobarth himself, he was calling me sir. But you who is a nobody, you are coming to rant and bravand and babble on me. You have to be careful. You are enjoying the honor of Theo right now. If not, I know the words I will release. You will begin to dry up immediately. For your information, if you lack home training, please go and redress yourself. Some of you that claim to be Christians, you don't show it. Look at the way you have spoken. Let your church members listen to you, not to talk of outsiders. And you are speaking to an elder. Dr. Bode David, what I have done in Theobarth, can you do 1/10 of it? I started in Theobarth when you were not even aware of it. I and Theobarth, we have been moving for more than 2 years and have been supportive to him. Can you compare yourself with me? and you are coming to rant and vibrate irresponsibly against me, you have to be warned. Theobarth, Theophilus, who Ebony has saved you this afternoon. If not, you know what I can do. That is why I'm choosing my words. That is why I am choosing my words. The way I am talking, you see, we should not provoke, others should not provoke. How have I provoked you? Were you the one who gave the order that NGOs should pay to beneficiaries? Were you the one who gave the order? If you were not the one who gave the order, the person who gave the order is still alive. If I say something to the contrary and it is worth correcting, why not leave him? Why not leave him? And he has sent his secretary. His secretary has corrected it with a civil voice. But you came talking like an agboro, talking like one in the motor park. Dr. Bode David, if you are really a doctor, behave like one. If you are a pastor, behave like one. Look at the way you have ranted on me. I have the right to say my mind, and that was my mind that I said. It was an advice I gave, and the reason I gave an advice is to forestall issues after disbursement. Go and listen to my V-note very well. Dr. Bode David, if you have an issue, look for where to go and settle your issue. If you step into my territory next time, you will not have it the way I am talking to you. I will give it to you the way it is. And you were now saying that what I have said is not binding on you. Who said it is binding on you? The way I talked was so simple enough. It was so simple enough. So it is your misunderstanding that I've just simply come to correct. I'm guided by the promise I have given to you. I wouldn't do anything ravaging. I wouldn't get into that. But if you come up like this next time to attack me, I will pay you back in your coin. Good afternoon, everybody.